Hey everyone, this is the Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog for guys with another video. I am joined by Time Enforcer Anubis from She'sLostControl.net.
So,
and here we're going to be talking about, another guide to an anime con video. Yes, and this time we're talking about cosplay. It's a very, 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 very important topic.
yeah.
So, for those who don't know, cosplay means costume play, and it's like Halloween but more intense. So,
It's like Halloween, but you get more into it. You get into the character and whatnot.
Yep. And this time we're going to talk to you about how to appropriately plan out your cosplays. We're not here to teach you how to make them. Well, kind of, maybe.
Sorta. I don't know. I don't really make costumes that much.
Yeah, as far as supplies, we can definitely give you guys a good, start on what to think about, what to potentially get, what stores to check out, all that and so forth. So, the most important question when it comes to going to an anime convention is, do I want to wear a costume? Do I want to wear a costume? It's that simple, really. So, I usually would recommend, if you're planning out wearing a cosplay, doing a cosplay, start planning out at least 6 months in advance.
Yeah. Don't be like people doing your cosplay like a week before the con or like 3 days before the con. It's gonna turn out, unless you're like a master, unless you work really great under pressure, it's gonna turn out disastrous.
Which I can say we are all guilty of it. We've all done it at least once or twice.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. It happens, If you work last second on it, don't worry about it. The next time you'll do it even better. So please plan out early for what potential cosplays you want to do. And if you are new to the game, new to the cosplay experience, don't do something too hard for you. Like, don't be doing armor, because armor is a pain in the ass. Like, I know tons of cosplayers out there that would say the same thing. So, usually, do it nice, do it easy, do it simple. Now, a lot of people saying, well, would you, do I need to buy my costume, make it, or whatever, which, in all honesty, it's up to you.
It doesn't really matter whether you buy it or make it. Unless you're going specifically into a competition where you have to make your costume, it doesn't really matter where you buy it. Some people might disparage you for doing one or the other. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No one cares.
You know what, if you're just walking around the floor with it, either or, whatever works for you. But do note that it's cheaper to make it, but it's going to take a lot of time and effort. And it's more expensive to buy it, but all you have to wait is just the time, and that's it.
Yeah, if you have the skill, it's cheaper to make it. But otherwise, if you want it to look really nice, if you want it to look perfect, buy it.
Yep. And what I have to say is that what to note is what cosplays are you going to plan on doing, and then what supplies are you going to need. Like, do you plan on doing something with a military theme to it, which you would probably go to a military surplus store? Online's a great place, airsoft websites.
Yep.
Are you going to be doing something with like fantasy-based or something more interesting? Joann's is a great place to get fabric. That's what a lot of cosplayers use, Joann's. What about armor? Like Home Depot, they got like that mats. I forgot what it's called, but it's like.
It's like foam.
Yeah, it's like the foam stuff that's like kind of a pain in the butt, but you can do it. So overall, there's a lot of things to consider with this. If you're new to it, I would recommend just doing one cosplay. You can have one costume for a whole convention weekend. There is no, it's not. You won't be shamed for it. No. And on the topic of, you could be anything you want to be. You don't necessarily have to be just anime because you're at an anime convention. You could be a video game character. You could be a character from a TV show or a movie. You could be a superhero, villain. You can be anything who you want to be.
And you can be an internet meme. I've seen internet meme cosplays.
I've seen tons of them.
Oh yeah.
Like Megusta, troll face.
I saw one guy with the board from Mr. Bones' Wild Ride.
Oh god, yeah, I keep seeing that. That's actually hilarious to see. So again, just keep that into consideration. So anything you want to be, it's up to you. But also keep in mind that keep it kind of age appropriate because a lot of conventions out there, require, it's age appropriate. So they, don't don't wear. How would I say this without sounding perverted? Just follow by convention rules and policies.
Yeah. General rules of common decency. Maybe if it's past the certain point in the convention where there's only 18 plus stuff happening, and that means there's basically only people over 18 in the convention center on the floor, you can go ahead. But otherwise, be smart about it.
Like, you don't want to wear your rave gear in, like, the daytime.
Yeah.
So, other than that, but the reason why we say at least 6 months in advance is because you have a lot of time to work on it. Like, depending on what it is, if it's armor, you may need to work on it longer. But 6 months is a good, good way to plan it out. Just make a plan, make a schedule. Have a day or two to work on it, or a time to work on it. Whether it be an hour every day to a whole day, each week. Work on it. Make a schedule.
Set aside time to work on it, because that con day is going to creep up on you. It's going to hit you like a brick.
Yep, and it can be very expensive. Like, you could be like, wow, I would really like this for my cosplay, but it's so expensive, and it looks damn good for it, but, I could get something a bit cheaper, but not look as good.
Right.
Because I'm not going to lie here, folks, cosplay can be expensive.
It can be very expensive.
And it's just, the money just adds up like it was no tomorrow, depending on what you're doing. It could, even simple cosplays cost something.
Oh, yeah.
So don't be thinking that this is going to be a free experience for you. So as far as that goes, feel free, cross-play or cross-gender play, if you want to do that, feel free to do that. People have been doing that all the time. As far as something else, like what if you are conscious about your weight and want to do something that you feel that a person with a skinnier weight class, is more appropriate, do it.
Do it.
Do whatever you want. Like, who's that Sailor Moon guy?
Sailor Bubba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy is known on the internet for dressing up as a Sailor Scout.
Yeah.
Full-grown adult guy. Not even ripped. He's like beer belly. But overall, I heard he's like a really nice guy.
Yeah, from what I hear, yeah.
So again, you can do, you're not tied to like, I can't do this cosplay because I'm black and the character's white.
Yeah.
Don't think like that. Or
No.
I can't do this cosplay because I'm not of a certain weight class like that same character. Don't think like that.
Yeah.
Just do it. We're not here to dictate you on what you should wear. You should do it regardless. Like, I know that the cosplay community can be part of it can be very rude, be very elitist, they'll hurt you with comments.
Yeah, that's all they can do, though.
Like, are you having fun? Yes.
Yeah.
So why should you care about what they say? They didn't buy your cosplay. They didn't work on it. They didn't do anything. They're just commenting on it.
Yep.
So why the hell should you care? Just do what makes you happy.
Do you.
If they worked on it, if they did the cosplay, if they bought for it, yeah, they have something to say about it. But
otherwise, it's your thing. Do it.
It's just go. Just do it. So as far as that goes, just remember that comfort over accuracy wins any day of the week. Like, I know some cosplays they have to wear certain type of shoes, and some of those shoes that they wear, or like boots or whatever, it can be very uncomfortable. So please take comfort into effect. I know some cosplays out there will make you heat up like no tomorrow. So be very conscious about what you're doing as far as, okay, I might need to take a 10-minute break every now and again just to kind of like gather my thoughts, all that stuff. Drink water if you're getting too hot. Just be conscious of what you're wearing and how it will affect you in a way of comfort level. Whether it be, are you going to be too hot or too cold? Are you going to be, sweating a lot? Are you going to be freezing a lot? All these apply. So just think about it that way. Just play it smart. So
don't injure yourself or cause harm to yourself over a costume.
Yeah. And also one thing to note is for a convention, it's great to bring a cosplay emergency kit. And this can be anything from a needle to a string to full-on duct tape and super glue.
Yep.
Like, again, bring a cosplay emergency kit, because what happens if your cosplay malfunctions? Oh wait, I go back to the room, there's the cosplay emergency kit. I can fix it, modify it, and I'm back on the road again. A good amount of cosplays are ruined because they didn't have a backup plan. They just rolled in with it, expecting that it would survive. So
even if you have space on your costume, you can carry it in the field. Like I carry a little kit on my plate carrier when I'm doing my my military cosplay, and it's helped me out before. It's helped other people out before.
So yeah, just keep a note about that, and also make sure when you make a cosplay, the first time might not be right. Always do revisions. Always make sure that it is reliable to take with you, and be comfortable. But also have, reliability is very key, because this is 3 to 4 days at a con. You got to make sure it lasts.
It's great to have a cosplay you can take with you year after year after year, and that'll still stand up.
Now, for those of you asking, what if we want to buy our cosplays? Nothing wrong with that. Some of the a lot of Chinese companies have taken notice that, well, okay, we'll do the standard of making cosplays, and as long as we have your measurements, it'll be okay. Like, granted, it's like basic, but it gets you there, So just kind of realize that you can't order it a week before the con and expect it to arrive. Anything, you got to make sure where it's being shipped from. If it's being shipped from China, at least a month in advance.
Yeah.
Maybe even more, depending on how fast the shipping is. Because if you order anything from China, whether it be a wig, cosplay, a prop, it usually takes at least the soonest I've noticed, 2 weeks. The latest is 1 month. So just do it at least a month in advance. So, and they usually have stuff on eBay. As far as that goes, here, cosplay is anything we should talk about?
Let's talk about doing what everyone else is doing versus being unique.
Yes. When choosing a cosplay, you can do what's popular because you like it, but at the same time, because you're doing it, you may get recognition for it, you may get your picture taken for it, but not as much as some other people.
Right.
If you're doing a cosplay that's more unique, many people might not recognize it at first, but for those who do, you'll definitely get a picture.
Put it this way. When you're doing something that a whole lot of people are doing, there's a whole lot of people doing it, and there's a whole lot of good people doing it as well. Pick something lesser known, you might get less pictures taken of you, but the people who come to take your picture can be really pumped about your cosplay.
Competition. It's all about, it's competition. And other than that, the stuff like masquerade contest.
Ah, yes.
You have to make it. You will get points knocked down if you have a costume that you bought, or that's stuff that you've had to buy.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to cover about the masquerade that much, but just make sure you bring in custom. So just please make sure that. Other things to note is that if your cosplay doesn't have any pockets, because that could happen, have like a little bag on you or something, or something on you that you can keep close that won't fly away magically.
Right.
Like you can have like a little backpack with you, or like a messenger bag or something, because stuff can get lost, especially if you have no pockets. So just try to have a backup plan. Try to have a way to carry stuff with you still.
Yeah, especially if you're walking around the room and stuff like that too.
Yep. And stuff as far as props go, please abide by all regulations and rules for conventions, including airsoft guns are accepted at certain conventions. Other props like wooden staffs, all that stuff, it has to be a certain size. Just please make note of the rules. Transportation of props depends on how reliable it is. Like if it's a custom prop, just pack it,
There you go.
Bubble wrap. If you have a prop that's really fragile, wrap it in bubble wrap very carefully. Don't be like just tighten it and just hope for the best. Just wrap it very carefully and just have it in a box or something that won't get crushed.
Yeah.
So this will save you. That and just try to resist popping. Believe me, I'm resisting right now. So just just make sure the props are reliable as well. You may need to make different variants of it if you're doing like a custom prop to make sure they can handle it. Like if you custom made a sword, swing it around a little bit, see if it can handle a few swings. Like don't hit someone with it. If you can swing around with it and it holds, you're in good standing. So make sure this is 3 to 4 days. Reliability is key for any cosplay experience. So you don't want your cosplay or your prop to be ruined and you've only got half the experience.
Exactly.
So other than that, folks, all I can say is for cosplay is, haters gonna hate, but do what you want to do. This is your cosplay, your time, your money, your effort. Do what's something that you want to do.
Yes. And have fun with it.
Have fun. You're at an anime convention. You're supposed to have fun, make new friends, experience new things, make experiences that you can tell later on in life that you're like, yeah, I loved going to anime cons back in the day, or I still do. This is what happened.
Exactly.
These are the moments where great stories are made, so just go in, have fun, be happy. So this is, again, thank you guys for watching my video, like, commenting, and subscribing. I also like to thank Time Enforcer Anubis here for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
And above all else, guys, just have fun with cons and whatever cosplay you ever choose. So, again, this is the Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog. Signing out. So remember, stay geeky, my friends.